Welcome back people, welcome to the video. In this video I will show you how I signed up for 3 different user testing websites and how I made, well actually you're gonna have to stay tuned to find out how much I made. But if you watch this video you will see how much money I made by just user testing people's apps for a week. Now don't forget to subscribe and drop me a like if this is the sort of content you like, and anyway, let's get on with it. First of all, what is user testing?
Test?
Simply put, you are paid to test people's user interfaces, and what that means in simple terms is you are paid to test people's apps or websites.
Website check, please.
And this could be a fully fledged built out app or website, or it could be the design. It could be the fact that they haven't fully made it yet. They're looking to design and build it, so it could be that prototype. So they will make you go through, click through, answer certain questions and give feedback.
Do you like it? Do you like it, Scott?
And one of the key parts of that is giving feedback, so talking out loud and being able to describe those things back. And that's all you have to do. Now I am all about trying to see if you can remove the link between your time and money, that direct sort of impact. But at the same time, I really wanted to see if there was an easy kind of way that you could make a little bit of extra money on the side. And I thought I'd test this and share this with you guys. And some of these sites offer between $10 to $120 per user interview. So I thought this is potentially something that could be quite interesting. Like, how much money could you potentially make just doing this on the side during a week? Now I signed up for 3 different sites: Userlytics, User Testing, and User Feel. They were the 3 ones I could find that seemed like they were easy enough to sign up to, and they all seemed pretty legit.
Is this legit?
The sign-up process on all of them was pretty simple. For User Feel and User Testing, I did have to do a qualifying test. So you have to essentially go through one of these tests where they do a screen recording, ask for your feedback, give you a questionnaire, and just to qualify you to make sure that you're actually taking this seriously. Other than that, you then have to just answer questions to understand your demographics.
Who is my daddy and what does he do?
Obviously, these questions or these kind of surveys and user testing are normally catered towards a different demo or a certain demographic, so they want to try and target that. You can take all of these tests either via the browser or via the app. I would actually recommend getting both, because if you have the app, some of the things are only available on the app, and if you have the browser, obviously some of the things are only available on the browser. It depends on what they're trying to get you to test. If they've got an app for you to test, obviously they want you to be able to do it, or a mobile interface via a mobile.
That's fairly obvious.
And vice versa. So I was like, make sure you have all of the things installed, had it up on my browser, and installed the apps for all of these. Now I did this for a week, and when I say a week, I have to be a bit honest. I've had a really busy week, and I think this is probably the most accurate because you're probably working at the same time, so I had very little time that I could then just find time to do these, because again, you have to do it when you have the time to be completely silent and nothing else to distract you, because you have to give feedback and you have to do a screen recording in that sense. So I could only squeeze these in right in the morning before work, or sometimes I actually did a couple in bed just on my phone. So I would fit in times like that. But I did fit it around my current job. So just to be honest with you, I probably put in a couple of hours in total across this whole week, maximum, maybe less than that, maybe an hour and a half. Now the first hurdle I hit was with a couple of them. It was with User Feel and Userlytics. I did the qualifying test for User Feel. There wasn't one with Userlytics, and then nothing. I waited to see if I got any qualified tests come through, and to this day I still haven't had any.
Nothing.
So I don't know whether it was just me, my demographic, or I've never used these sites before, so I really don't know how active they are and how many would normally come through. So I was then down to 1. So technically I'm literally just testing user testing in this instance, because all of the others failed. And like I said, I was using both the browser. I sit obviously at my desk for my job where I'm sat right now every day, and I also have the app on my phone. So every time something comes through, there's like a ding sound, so you can hear that a test has come through on your browser. So I left that open and I have my app open, and you can see where the tests come in. And it wasn't the frequency that really held me up within these. And I'll show a bit on the screen now of when something comes through, you're asked a couple of qualifying questions, again, to make sure that you are the demographic that they're looking for. And this is where I tend to fall down the most. And I'm not sure if it's because it's me, but I just didn't fit the bill.
I'm sorry, young man, you're not what we're looking for.
But sure enough, some of them I did. I managed to complete a total of 5 tests over probably about 5 days, in honesty. So that works out about 1 a day.
Math.
And now I did try and get some of the more expensive ones. The more expensive ones take more time, so you can see on the example I put on the screen, for say $60, it's about 60 minutes. That's like $60 an hour, which is actually pretty damn good. But again, I didn't qualify for these. So I tried to take some of the more expensive ones. And in fact, I did try to take some $90 ones as well that again, I didn't qualify for. Now, I don't know whether this is because as a job, my day job, I work in product management. So I deal with products quite often, and I'm not sure whether that by its default then rules me out of some of the demographics. They might be looking for people who are complete in other sectors and things like that. So I don't know, but at the same time, the ones I did qualify for were some of the $10 ones. But how many did I qualify for, and how much money did I make? So like I said, I qualified for 5, so that meant I made $50 this week.
Life-changing money!
And now you might be thinking, well, that's not exactly much really, is it? $50, you've made $50, you put in all that time. But I really didn't. I didn't put in that much time at all. Considering what I got back, I think that's pretty good value for money. It didn't take me a lot of time. I was just doing, in fact, I kind of got into it. Because I'm in product, I really do like looking at other people's products and designs and stuff like that. So being able to rate it and go through and see if things made sense was actually really quite enjoyable for me. It might not be the same for you, but it was something that I've actually got into. And I'm not sure if it's because of my mind, but then I'm like, I really want to find another one that I can look at. So $50 a week is not gonna change your life. $200 a month is definitely not gonna change your life. But at the same time, if you can bring in that extra money, if I could bring in an extra $200 a month and I just put it into my BUX share account.
The plug? Of course, the plug.
Link in the description if you want to get free shares of BUX shares. Shameless plug, but you will get free shares. Whatever. That $200 a month then becomes quite a sizable portfolio. And I don't know whether you could scale this, so I don't know whether you could get $200 a month consistently. I don't know if you could get more depending on your demographic. It really depends on what the tests come in and what demographic they're looking for. But saying that, would I give it a go? Well, obviously I did, but if I was you guys, would I give it a go? I'd give it a go, why not? Like for me, I just think that it's a really cool thing to do when you've got a little bit of extra time and it doesn't take really much effort. Yes, it's still linked to your time. It's not passive income, I'm not saying it is, but it's a little bit of extra money that you can just put into something with very little effort. You do have to take this seriously though. You can't just go on there thinking I'm gonna make some money and I'm just gonna mess around with it. They do want honest and genuine feedback. That's why these companies pay to use this platform so they can get feedback from hopefully potential customers that they're looking for. Hence the reason they're looking for specific demographics. You have to find a quiet place. You do have to do the screen recording. You do have to talk out loud. So those are things, if you're thinking that you can go and just mess around, it's not something you can do. But it's still, for me, something that's quite interesting. I think about each test took me about 10 to 15 minutes and I did 5 of them, so you work that out, and it's really not, probably less than an hour in total. So, you know, I thought it had taken me longer, but when I've gone back and looked at the time it took me to do each test, it was actually a less amount of time. I probably spent more time clicking through the individual screener questions at the beginning to try and qualify in total than I did actually doing the test that I did, so balance that out. I don't have an affiliate link to drop in the description. Again, this is just something that I thought I'd love to test out more different unorthodox ways to make money online and share with you guys, because most people don't know that these things exist. Some people do, some people don't. There are other different ways that I'm looking at. I'm trying to see where you can create a little bit of extra money with not huge amounts of upfront effort. I have actually signed up for some different survey sites as well to see if you can make some money there. It doesn't look like it's the same level as this, but equally there might be things that you can just do without things like screen recording and talking out loud and stuff like that. You can simply answer them maybe when you're watching Netflix and stuff like that. So they might yield something. I'll make a video on those soon. But if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to drop me a comment of other sort of unorthodox ways that you'd like to see people make money, or just in general, any sort of content that you would like to see. Until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.